All right, good morning, everyone. I'm gonna give it a few minutes and let everyone come in. We got a few more people waiting. All right, welcome to today's lesson. This is lesson number 2 in our 6 weeks of lessons. My name is Mrs. Collum and I will be your teacher. Before we get started in today's lesson, because you're going to be learning some new things, I just want to do a quick review of what we went over in the last lesson. So if you remember in the last lesson, I'm going to share my screen with you. We talked about the different types of writing and the keywords, which would help you identify what type of writing you would be doing. So remember that there are prompts, and the prompts are the directions that tell us what to write about. So if a prompt said something like this, write a story about a time you received a gift, you would know, okay, the keyword is story, which means I'm writing a narrative. Or if you write a prompt like this, write to explain about your favorite place to visit, you know the keyword is explain. And if it's explain, that means you're writing an expository essay. Okay, so that's what we went over in the last lesson. Now, I also want to remind you that these are just 3 types of writing we talked about. There are many, many types of writing in the world, but these are 3 that we talked about. Remember, expository is just when you're explaining something to someone. So it could be an expository essay about dogs, and you would just explain about dogs. A narrative is when you tell a story. This is where your essay is going to be a story with a beginning, middle, and end, kind of like a movie. An argumentative is when you have to pick a side and you've got to give your opinion and tell how you feel about that side. Now, for the next 5 weeks, we are going to be concentrating on expository writing only, okay? This is the one I like to start with when I'm teaching kids how to write because it teaches you the structure of an essay. So we are only going to be working with expository right now, okay? But I did want to introduce you to the 3 ways that we will be learning overall. So today we're going to talk about planning. Now, when you go to write an essay, anytime, it could be now in elementary school, middle school, high school, college, whenever you go to write an essay, step number 1 is going to be that you are going to read the prompt, which is what we did last week. You're going to read the prompt and you're going to identify the keyword and then decide what type of essay it is. After step 1, step 2 is you're going to plan for the essay. You have to plan for the essay before you write. You can't start writing without planning. You're going to see why in a few minutes. And step 3 is you write the essay. Okay, so before I teach you how to write the essay, which is step 3, you've already learned how to read the prompt and do keywords. So I'm going to put a check there. Okay, and then today we're going to be learning how to plan for the essay. So today's the planning part. This is basically where you're taking your thoughts and you're going to plan them out so you know what to write about. All right, let's start with, I'm going to do this prompt here. Now, you don't need any paper and pencil right now. This part I'm just teaching you. You can just watch and stay focused on what I'm going over. All right, let's say the prompt is, everyone has a favorite animal. Think about your favorite animal. Now explain why this animal is your favorite. If I'm looking at my steps, I know that step 1 is I read the prompt and identify the keyword. Does anybody see the keyword? The keyword is explain right here. And I know I'm writing an expository essay. So I'm going to put a little E over here. I know I'm writing an expository essay. Now, after I've read the prompt and identified the keyword, now I have to plan for the essay. Now I'm going to show you how we plan. It's called an IRC outline, okay? Watch how I draw it, because you're going to be drawing it too in a minute, okay? IRC outline. You have I, R1, R2, and just watch, you don't need to do this yet. R3 and C. IRC. Okay. I stands for your introduction paragraph. I'm going to write this real small here so you can see. I stands for introduction. R1 stands for reason 1. R2 stands for reason 2. R3 stands for reason 3. And C stands for conclusion. Okay. I know that's really small, but I wanted to show you these words real quick. So I stands for introduction. R1 stands for reason 1. R2 stands for reason 2. R3 stands for reason 3. And C stands for conclusion. Okay, but I'm not quite done yet. Because next to each R, so next to my R1, I put an A and a B, which I'll tell you what those are in a minute. Only next to the R's. These are going to be our details that we write about in our writing. Okay, it's called an IRC outline. This is going to be our roadmap for our essay. You're not going to have to ask your teacher, what do I write in R1? Or what do I write next? Or I don't know what to write. You're not going to have to ask your teacher anything, because this roadmap that we fill out is going to tell you everything you need to know about writing your essay. So let's go back. Let's look at the prompt we're working with. Everyone has a favorite animal. Think about your favorite animal. Now explain why this animal is your favorite. So we've got to pick our favorite animal. And then we've got to plan out our essay. So I'm going to pick a dog for today, okay, just as an example. Now, whatever topic you pick, okay, so whatever the prompt is, whatever your main topic is that you pick, that always goes on the I and the C line, okay? So this said favorite animal. I'm going to pick dog. So I'm going to put dog and dog, okay? If it said pick your favorite person and I picked my mom, I put mom and mom. Okay, if it said pick your favorite holiday and I pick Christmas, I put Christmas and Christmas. Whatever your main topic is that you pick, you put on the I line and the C line. So I picked dog, so I put dog and dog. Now, I have to come up with 3 reasons why a dog is my favorite animal. Because that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that a dog is my favorite animal. So I've got to come up with 3 reasons of why a dog is my favorite animal. So first, I'm going to say that they are playful. That's my first reason I like dogs. Now I got to come up with a second reason I like dogs. I like dogs because they can do tricks. Right? And the third reason I like dogs is because they can protect you. Okay, so the prompt was, think about your favorite animal. Now explain why this animal is your favorite. I picked a dog, so I put dog on I and C. And then I came up with 3 reasons why a dog's my favorite animal. My first reason is because they're playful. My second reason is because they do tricks. And my third reason is because they can protect you. All right, now you're probably wondering, what do I do with these A's and B's? Your A's and B's are just 2 details or 2 examples or 2 things about your reason that you want to write more about. So watch how easy this is. For playful, I'm going to tell 2 things about how they're playful. Okay. So the first thing is, I know that they love to run around with you. And I know that they love to play Frisbee. So these are two things or two examples of how dogs are playful. The first one is they run with you, and the second one is they play Frisbee. That's how they're playful. Now I got to come up with two things about tricks. What's two examples of tricks I can talk about? Well, I can talk about how they can sit when you say sit, and I can talk about how they can roll over when you say roll over. Those are two tricks that dogs can do. And then for protect, how do they protect you? I've got to give you two details or examples about how they protect you. Well, I know they'll bark if there's somebody they don't know around. Okay, and also if you're going for like a walk or a run, you can bring a dog to help keep you safe. All right, so I finished my planning. So if I was going to go write an essay right now about my favorite animal, I know exactly what I'm going to write about. Now, if you've never been to one of my lessons, I have a highlighter like this. It has 5 colors. These are my favorite highlighters to use for writing. And I love them because you need 5 colors when you're writing. So if you don't have one of these may be a good thing to invest in. But watch real quick. You still don't need to write anything. I'm just clipping these off. Oh, the camera. And I'm showing you what I do. So I want to show you something. Put all of these in different colors real quick. Okay. Now, I put them in different colors. And I want to show you. Let me put this here. This is my first paragraph. This is my second paragraph. This is my third paragraph. This is my fourth paragraph. And this is my fifth paragraph. You are going to be writing a 5-paragraph essay. And this is your roadmap that is going to show you exactly what to write in each paragraph. Exactly what to write. So let's go through this. Let me show you. In your introduction paragraph, which is the first paragraph, you're going to introduce that your favorite animal is a dog. Right here in the orange. For your second paragraph, okay, watch this. You're going to say that the first reason you like dogs is because they're playful. Then you're going to talk about how they run and how they play Frisbee. All of that in that second paragraph. In your third paragraph, you're going to talk about how the second reason you like dogs is because they can do tricks. And then you're going to talk about how they can sit when you tell them to sit and how they can roll over. All of this in the blue is your third paragraph. When you get to your fourth paragraph, you're going to say the third reason I like dogs is because they can protect you. You're going to tell your reader about how they can bark when someone's coming up that they don't know, and how you can take them for like a walk or a run and feel safe. Everything in the yellow is your fourth paragraph. And then your fifth paragraph, you're just going to do a conclusion about how dogs are your favorite animal. This is your roadmap for every single paragraph. You're not going to have to raise your hand when you get to your second paragraph and say, what do I write about? Because for your second paragraph, it's right here in the green. Playful, run, and Frisbee. What if you raised your hand and said, teacher, I don't know what to write in my fourth paragraph? You know what? If I was looking here, I'd say fourth paragraph. Oh, that's easy. It's what's in the yellow. You're going to talk about how dogs protect you. They bark and keep you safe. This is your roadmap. Now, I do want to point out something that could be a little confusing. Look at the second paragraph is R1. So even though you see R1, it's the second paragraph. Okay, so don't let that confuse you. R2 is the third paragraph. R3, okay, is the fourth paragraph. Okay, so don't think that R3 is the third paragraph. Make sure you know that I is first, R1 is second, and so on. Okay. All right, let's try another one. All right, now for this one, I do want you to take out paper and pencil. Okay. Our prompt is write an expository essay about your favorite time of the year. Okay. Does anybody see the key word? This is an easy one. The key word is expository. So obviously we know we're writing an expository essay. I'm going to put a little E here. Okay, now you don't need to write this. What I want you to write is the IRC outline. I want you to practice drawing this real quick. So I'm going to draw mine because we have to do the IRC outline to plan. That's how we plan for an essay. So make sure you remember that because I am going to ask, how do you plan for an essay? And you should know that it's going to be with an IRC outline. Okay, so as I draw, you go ahead and draw as well. We have our I, the line, and don't worry about it being perfect and perfect straight lines. None of that matters. R1, a line. R2, line. You should be drawing this too on your paper. R3, line. And C, line. And then remember, only next to the R's, not next to I, only next to the R's, we do our A's and B's. Only next to the R's. Okay, I'm going to give you guys about 2 minutes to draw that because I know some of you may still be grabbing paper. So take about 2 minutes and draw the IRC outline on your paper. Okay, you should have the IRC outline drawn. Now, let's go back to the prompt. The prompt is favorite time of the year. So you're going to do this with me. So I'm going to be going through this. So you don't have to worry about coming up with your own ideas, but I do want you writing this as I write it. So we're going to pick summer. Okay, even if summer's not your favorite, just pretend it is because I want you doing this with me right now. Okay, so I'm going to pick my favorite time of the year is summer. So because I'm picking summer, I have to write summer on the I and the C line. So go ahead and write summer on the I line and on the C line, because that's what we're picking as our favorite time of year. Okay, hopefully you guys wrote it on the I and the C line. Now we have to come up with 3 reasons as to why summer is our favorite time of the year. Okay, we got to come up with reason 1, which is R1, reason 2, which is R2, and reason 3, which is R3. 3 reasons why summer is our favorite time of the year. I'm going to say my first reason that I love summer is because there's no school. So go ahead and write no school on R1. That's our first reason why we love summer. The second reason I love summer is because it's the perfect time to go on vacation. So write vacation. I do want you to notice, I said it's the perfect time to go on vacation, but I didn't write it's the perfect time to go on vacation. I just wrote vacation. On this planning, this is not your essay. So you want to keep everything to 1 or 2 words. All right, make sure you have vacation for R2. And the third reason I like summer is because of the weather. So go ahead and write weather. Now you should be writing this as I'm writing it. We're doing this one together. All right, now you should have all this filled out. So write an expository essay about your favorite time of the year. We picked summer, so we wrote summer on the I and the C. And then we came up with 3 reasons why we like summer, because there's no school in the summer, you can go on vacation in the summer, and the weather in the summer. Now I've got to do my A's and B's. So I'm going to give 2 details or examples about no school in the summer. So first, I love that there's no school. I'm going to give an example because you can sleep in, right? So I'm going to talk about there's no school, so you can sleep in. And the other thing about no school is there's no homework. Because if you're not in school, there's no homework, right? So those are the 2 things I want to talk about, that there's no school in the summer, is that you can sleep in and there's no homework. Okay, hopefully you guys all have that written. All right, now for vacation. What are 2 things it can be details, it can be examples. I think I'm going to give examples of vacation. So over the summer, 2 things I want to write about vacation is that I like going like on a beach vacation. And I like going on a cruise. So when I get to this paragraph and I'm talking about I like summer because I can go on vacation, I'm going to talk about going on a beach vacation and going on a cruise vacation. And 2 things about the weather in the summer that I can talk about is that it is warm and sunny. Warm and sunny. Okay. You guys don't have to do this part. I'm just doing this part to show you. I like to show the paragraphs. I like to show my favorite part about doing this. I like to show you that your essay is done, basically. All you got to do is turn these into sentences and you're done. This is why planning is so important, because you don't have to think anymore after this. All you're doing is turning these into sentences and writing your essay. You know that your first paragraph, you're going to introduce that your favorite time of the year is summer. Your second paragraph, you're going to write about you like summer because there's no school. And then you're going to talk about sleeping in and having no homework. Everything in the yellow is your second paragraph. In your third paragraph you're writing, you're going to write about how you like summer because you can go on vacation. Then you're going to talk about a beach vacation and a cruise vacation. In your fourth paragraph, you're going to talk about you like summer because the weather. And then you're talking about how it's warm and how it's sunny. And then in your fifth paragraph, you're going to do a small conclusion about how summer is your favorite time of year. So everything, your whole essay is here. This is your roadmap. You know exactly what you're writing about in each paragraph. Okay, this is why planning is so important. So those of you who say, I don't need to plan, it's all in my head, you need to plan. It's so, so, so important. Now, because of time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you guys with an activity you can do on your own as practice, okay? So here's the prompt. Everyone has a favorite sport. Think about your favorite sport. Now explain why this sport is your favorite. I want you to draw your IRC outline. Okay. I'm gonna make this a little higher so you can see the prompt too. And this is gonna be your activity you can do on your own, okay? Because our time is up, but I do want to give you something that you can continue working. If you still have time now, I want you to do this on your own. Should only take you about 5-10 minutes to plan. Okay, you're going to pick your favorite sport, and whatever sport you pick, you're going to put that sport on the I and the C line. And then you're going to come up with 3 reasons why that's your favorite sport. And then for each reason, give me an A and a B, a detail or an example about it. Okay. And then next week, we're going to work a little bit more on these prompts and planning, and then we'll move into actually writing the essay, which is the fun part. Okay, so this is your activity you can do on your own right now in class or for homework, just as extra practice, independent practice on your own. And all you're doing, you're not writing an essay, you're just planning using the IRC outline. Okay, all right, everyone, have a wonderful day. I will see you at the next lesson.